ما في صوت.
Let me give me another one. Can you hear me now? Okay.
Yes,
Thank you
yes,
so much,
yes, now I
Toastmaster
can.
Amira. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amira, for letting us know. Today, we have a record time of fixing the hybrid setup. We fixed the hybrid setup 10 minutes, maybe more than 10 minutes, with all the prayers, with the 2 alerts. Alhamdulillah today. So please, our online members, if you hear otherwise, just let me know. So far, I would assume that everything is fine. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Amira.
So this
Once
moment
again, welcome.
we can hear you very well.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Yeah. Thank you so much. So welcome once again to Bahrain Advanced Toastmasters Club meeting, first meeting in person or hybrid meeting in Fraser Suite. It gives me an honor to represent you as your president for the third time. Well, I'm still honored. A club like Bahrain Advanced Toastmasters Club as the first Advanced Toastmasters Club in the Middle East is a big responsibility to carry. And we as the members of Bahrain Advanced Toastmasters Club, we have that pride of being here as members representing this legacy that we move on forward. Now, before I move on, I would like to ask our members if we have any recorded apologies. Any recorded apologies? ExCom members? DTM Zahra? No? No recorded apologies? Thank you so much. Moving on with guest introductions. We have few faces today to introduce themselves. I'll start with Ihab. If you don't mind, stand and maybe introduce yourself to us, Ihab.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Ihab Ali. I recently joined ASRI. I used to be in the airport for 11 years, and I'm looking forward to learn and develop myself with the Advanced Toastmaster Club.
Thank you so much, Ihab. Just a question, eagerly asking that question. Was it because of the session I delivered to ASRI? Okay, good. Thank you so much. We are so happy to have you here. If you don't mind.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Abdul Zahra Al Ali. I'm in need for one step. That's why I am here. The title is inspiring, and all of you are encouraging to come here. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us here. We don't have guests. We have recurring or reappearing members, which is good. But my daughter, Maria, if you don't mind.
Hi, so my name is Mariam, and as you can tell, yes, I'm DTM's mentor. I am 17 and I'm in modern art school, and maybe in the future I can join this club.
She's the closest to be a Toastmaster in my family. Closest to be, which is a good thing to do. So thank you so much, Mariam, for accepting to be here. We don't have guests per se. We have our AD. We will introduce you later on, our AD, but do you want to say a few words just for the others to recognize you? AD Raji, would you mind saying a few words?
Yeah. Thank you.
Very good evening to one and all present here. Myself, Raji Murli. I'm a Toastmaster, member of Angels Toastmasters Club. I joined Toastmasters in the year 2022. And since then, I've been working as then I was a VP and then I became the president. And this year I'm the AD for the Area 9. And it's really a great opportunity and a privilege to be amongst you all today. Looking forward for a great meeting ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, our area director, Toastmaster Raji, for joining us all the way from India. That shows your commitment, and we're so honored as well to have you here. I can see another guest coming in. Is it Toastmaster Lena? Okay, so it's not any guests per se, it's Toastmaster Mansour, undercover with Lena. We can later on discuss this off record and see why. Thank you so much, AD Raji. Moving on with adoption of the agenda. May I ask our Vice President of Education, DTM Zahra, if there are any changes in the agenda?
So, Mr. President, I would like to confirm that all the members are here and the agenda is in order. It's perfectly done. So do I have to move it from my side? So I move a motion to adopt the agenda as it is.
Thank you so much, DTM Zahra. Can we have someone to second the motion, please, from our members? Would you mind seconding the motion?
You want people to get a shock there? Good evening, everyone. This is DTM Sara Ibrahim, member of the club. I second the motion.
Thank you so much. If we don't have any objections, we'll move on with the agenda as being adopted. Now, before I move on to the business session, I would like to say a few words about our plans for this term. As a returning president, I would say, 2 years ago, I had a theme for the term, which was a club of choice. When that happened, it was honestly a dream for me to have more than 20 members, 20 active members of the club. And from that time, 2 years from then today, we have exactly 25 members in this club. And last term, by itself, we achieved for the first time in the history of this club, not just because we never aimed for it, but it's something that was launched last year, Smedley Distinguished Toastmasters Club. So this is honestly an honor that I would like to take this legacy and keep it to be the club of choice. When we speak about Bahrain Advanced Toastmasters Club, we don't speak about individuals. We speak about the legacy that we've been having. We speak about the first advanced Toastmasters Club in the Middle East, the club that has the past international director, DTM Ali Shahbaz, current and still standing, accredited speaker, DTM Muhammad Shukri. And we have many district leaders, past, present. I can see definitely future as well, district leaders coming from this club. So this club is not just the club of leaders, the club of champions as well. We have many champions of this club. To name a few, DTM Farhaz, who has been there many times as the humorous champion, table topics champion. Of course, DTM Muhammad Shukri, all the way to US. Lots of layers, mashallah, past. So this is the club of champions, this is the club of leaders, and this is the club of choice. That's what I see. And what we need to do is just to sustain this. I would not be able to do it alone. We will have to do it collectively. And I'm honestly blessed to have an amazing ExCom this term, continuing on the legacy that DTM Zahra and the ExCom, the previous ExCom built. It's just we need to sustain this legacy moving forward. Great, thank you so much. And now we would I can see the sergeant arm looking at me and say, okay, 1 minute. As we move on with the 1 minute we have, let me hear from our members. What does bad legacy means to you, DTM Zahra?
All right. So I've been asked this question in the district officers training, and I told them it's a club filled with experienced leaders. They're not just experienced as members, but of course are experienced as professionals in life. So that's why I'm really proud to be part of Bahrain Advanced.
Thank you so much, DTM Zahra. And this is the immediate past president who chose to be the vice president of education. When I say chose to be, willingly. It felt like match fixing. She was the president and I'm the VPE. Now we just exchanged. So she is the VPE, I'm the president. Yes. And of course, what we did in the ExCom, so we had an ExCom meeting. So the first thing that we promised ourselves next year is, inshallah, we have new faces in the ExCom. That's for sure. Starting with the president, that's definitely the case. Okay, I can see now we are in good shape to start and move on with the business session. Now, before I move on to the business session, I would like to ask our secretary, Madam Secretary, and I would like to have someone to help her on site, whether we have a quorum. So Toastmaster Rola, I'm not sure you would be able to count us from here. Can you count the online members and we would be counting the in-person members here?
Yes, we have 9 online. Hello, everyone.
9 online members.
I think Lena is present and it's Mansour. Is it?
Mansour, yes. Lena is Mansour.
Okay, so it's 8.
So 8 online.
Yes.
9 here. So we have a quorum. Okay, great. So thank you so much, our secretary. So we have a quorum, which is something very important because we have decisions to make here during this business session. So let me start by calling our Sergeant at Arms to give his report. Toastmaster Mansour, can you pick one like this to give your report, please? You can hold it with your hand because anyway, you would give it to someone.
Good afternoon, everybody. Can you hear me all? Yes, I'm very capable and smart, and I have prepared everything except for this one. So I'm going to improvise. So they said I have received and organized the club equipment and supplies to ensure smooth meeting. Yes, I did.
You did.
I create a new Google form for digital voting to streamline the evaluation, hopefully by the end of the meeting. I took care of hotel booking and hyper setup. Yes, I did.
You did wonderfully as well. Thank you.
Thank
Thank you
you
so
all.
much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mansour. Moving on to the next officer, who is DTM Ali Shahbaz, our treasurer. And he has a good report to speak about.
That's very good. I'm not in the boat this year. Because something is coming up. So, Mr. President, ExCom members and fellow members, we'll move to the next slide.
I don't think this is the slide that... Do you have the latest one? No, this is not the latest one.
That's not the latest one?
No.
Okay, Mr. President, we'll go to the next report.
Okay, next report. Yeah, let's skip that. Let's try to get the latest report. Yes, so the latest report is in the ExCom group that was sent by DTM Zahra. Okay, so let's move on to the next officer, who is the secretary. Toastmaster Rola, would you mind giving us your report, please?
Yes, sure. So good evening, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible and visible as well.
Very good. So I'm extremely pleased and excited to be part of the executive committee for the upcoming year. And I look forward to working closely with all of the officers to serve our club and at the best of our abilities. So a formal handover and orientation were provided by the outgoing Secretary Toastmaster Abdullah Hijazi. I also have attended the online club officer training held today, and it was amazing. And I would like you to also know that the agenda from the previous meeting will be circulated to all the concerned members. In addition to this, I have created a structured system for documenting and archiving meeting minutes, officers' report, and key decisions, while maintaining regular communication with the executive committee and keeping the club's record up to date, hopefully. I will be also tracking the Toastmaster of the Year program. And here I would encourage every member, even me, to participate actively, take meeting roles, deliver speech, and contribute regularly, as every effort supports both your personal growth and the success of our club. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you so much. Toastmaster Rola. MashaAllah, being a club secretary like Toastmaster Rola, with the energy that she is bringing on the table, with all of the nagging things that I do behind the scene to her, and she's still standing, she's still smiling, which is a good sign. Good sign. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Rola. Now moving on to the Vice President of Public Relations, who could not make it here today, but rest assured, he already created a wonderful flyer that was already circulated everywhere. And I'm also after him to upload all of the recording to the YouTube channel. Inshallah, one day we also monetize our YouTube. There's lots of information in our YouTube channel. All of the OIGs that were recorded over the past few years and all of the meetings. So there is breadth of knowledge that is there already in the YouTube channel. That's on behalf of our Vice President of Public Relations. Let me move on to the next officer in line, who is the Vice President of Membership. So DTM Thuraya Jum'a, would you mind giving us your report, please?
Mr. President, fellow Toastmasters, online and in person. So the membership status, we have total paid members, 30 active members. 5 of them renewed through end of March and 25 renewed till 30th of September. And I encourage all the members to bring a guest or one friend as a guest in or a colleague to our upcoming meetings. And we are going to have a membership interest survey, which I'm going to send it by WhatsApp in the many group. And please, I urge all members online and in the meeting here to reply, do this survey and send it to us, because here we are serving you. We need to hear your voice, what you want, any changes, anything. We want to support you to reach what we reach in our journey in Toastmaster. And by that, back to you, Mr. President.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, DTM Thuraya. So for those, the first 10 respondents will get chocolate next meeting. So please respond to the survey. And for the online, we'll find somehow a way to get you talabat maybe or something to get the chocolate to your place. Now moving on to the next officer in line, who is the Vice President of Education. Would you mind, DTM Zahra, to give your report?
Sure. Thank you, Mr. President, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Good day to you all. It's, as I said, it's my great pleasure to be the Vice President of Education for Bahrain Advanced. So maybe you noticed that I've already designed the agenda. It's like a new template, and it's more organized, it's more colorful. So this will help us to check the assignments perfectly, like in a super fast way. Plus, one more thing, I prepared kind of a calendar. I will share it with you in the group now. You will find the dates for our OIG meetings, the dates for our regular meetings, plus each and every date you will find under it the theme with kind of a brief description for the Master of Ceremony to know what's expected from her or him to prepare. So that's all from my side as a Vice President of Education, and back to you.
DCP points planned already.
Yes, it's planned. The DCP points, it's already there. I contacted the members and they gave me a thumbs up, which means that inshallah, hopefully we will work together.
Thank you.
That's it. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you so much. Thank you so much, DP and Zahra. For the benefit of the guests, especially for the first time looking at us doing business session, yesterday I delivered Moments of Truth workshop for the club officer training. And one thing that we should really be careful of are our guests, especially who are coming for the first time, explaining to you what this business session is all about. In every club, there are officers. So the officers who gave the reports are basically the backbone of any club. So we have some who would be looking at the education progress for the members, some who would be looking at the membership, it's the HR officer basically. So we have DTM Soraya over here looking at retention and of course getting people like you, inshallah, future members to be taken care of. We have Vice President of Public Relations, Treasurer, Surgeon at Arm coming all the way from Saudi, supporting us to the hybrid setup. So all of what you see here is planned before the rest of the members come, and that's why they are accountable to give their reports in front of the other members, including myself, who is the president of this amazing club. I hope it's clear, so at least you're not lost in delivering the business session. And now we have the report of our treasurer, DTM Ali Shahbaz.
So, Mr. President and fellow members, you see the chart there. Now, this is based on assumptions which are almost accurate. I'm not taking the full responsibility of the figures, but almost accurate. The assumption is based on 10 members in person, 10 members online. Currently, we have approximately 900 BD in the club reserves. We are charging 5.5 BD for online members and 6.5 BD for in-person members. We are not going in deficit, but now what's happening, as you see, Toastmasters has increased their fees from the coming term, which will be no more $60 per semi-annual. It will be $72. So we have a difference of $12. Okay, some people are debating this is more than the Starbucks coffee, but it's okay. So you see our annual result deficit is 335.80 BD. If we don't do anything about it, as you see on the bottom right of the screen, we can continue that way. We lose around 335 BD every term, and we are good till 30 June 2029 if we don't change our dues. But that's not healthy for the club. Okay, we'll go in minus. And there's no guarantee. If in 3 years the hotel might increase their expenses, Toastmasters might surprise us again. So, yeah, so we don't know. So going to the next slide, Mansoor. Next slide, please. So here is kind of a calculation. Again, I'm showing how deficit we will be. We are losing 155 today. We will be losing 336 if we don't do anything about it. Going to the next slide.
Mansoor, next slide.
Yeah. This is the proposal which we have. I just spoke to the president. What we decided in the ExCom that for the online members, we'll keep it 5.5 as it is. Okay. But for the in-person members, we increase it from 6.5 BD to 7. But again, this is a little dangerous. We'll still lose money. So I was speaking to the president to increase it by 1 BD. Instead of 6.5, make it 7.5. Though the slide says 7 BD, but the proposal, we just decided just before the meeting started to make it 7.5 BD. In that case, the club will be safe. We will not go in minus in years to come, in another 3 years. So we are in safe hands. The 690 figure here, in the previous slide, I had around 690. This is used for the club operations. The club venue, snacks, club installation ceremony, club contest, VPPR budget, VP education budget. So that comes up to 690 a year. So based on these assumptions, we are here now to increase 6.5 to 7 BD or 7.5. So, Mr. President.
Thank you so much, DTM Ali. Would you mind being the motion carrier and say 7.5?
So on behalf of the ExCom, the motion is to increase the monthly dues for in-person membership to 7.5 BD a month instead of 6.5.
Of course, yeah. This is a motion. Anyone to second?
No, not second.
Yeah.
So point of, please, point of information, yes.
Sorry. Sorry for not standing up.
No, that's okay.
I'd just like to say that this increase has been because of the TI membership increase, right?
Yes,
Not due to venue increase or anything else.
no,
Okay.
not yet.
So this burden is shared by both online and in-person members.
Correct.
It's not fair. Because it's the TI membership that is causing this one. If it was a venue increase, I would be saying it could be applied to the in-person membership. So that's where I found that this should be changed and the 0.5 increase should be applied to both of them. So that will take care of the $1 billion increase.
Okay, that was not a point of information. That was kind of an objection, but that's okay.
Let us second this and then we can discuss.
Yeah, let's second that. Can I have someone from the members to second this, please? Yes, DTM Sarah. You need to record your name somewhere.
He keeps remembering that I'm a member. Good evening, everyone. I'm DTM Sara. I second the motion proposed by DTM Ali.
Thank you so much, DTM Sarah. Now I would not even say, do we have any objection? It seems that we have. So let's open up for discussion. And
Thank you.
yes, we can we now before we open the discussion, can we have who is in favor? Maybe DTM Ali Shahbaz can speak once again.
Yes.
Okay.
Mr. President and fellow Toastmasters, because our hybrid sometimes becomes kharbata, so we can't go to online members and tell them to pay more. That's the reason Mr. President was generous and he said, if we make them pay more, they might say, give us quality service. And we are not up to that mark. Today, some of us were here from 2:30, especially the president, fixing things with Mansoor. So we don't know if there's a lag. They might question, we pay 6.5 or 6 BD and we get this experience. So that's why we were a little worried about it. Yeah.
But he said 10 minutes for the
Which, no, he came here at that time. He came here
We came here at 3 o'clock when the siren, when the alert, came up.
Thank you,
Toastmaster.
Mr. Treasurer, for your detailed explanation of the reason for the increase of the membership price. But my concern is that as this increase has been motivated by the TI increase in fees, so it should be equally paid by both online and in-person members. If it was a venue increase, I would understand that the in-person members would bear the burden. Now, regarding the lack of setup or something, this is going to continue or this is going to improve. It's a choice in our hands. So we need to have an investment on that purpose to make it more proper. I know we face difficulties, but that's not an excuse for us. If the thing comes in, like I might say, okay, let's come up with a different alternative. Why not have a solely meeting for online members and another meeting for physical members? So that way that could be handled. But to force an increase in membership fees, even though it's minute, small, but without equality or considering the fair distribution, is something I feel that is fundamentally not acceptable to me.
Sure.
Thank you for that.
Point taken. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ghulam. Do we have anyone from the online members who would want to speak for the motion or even in person? Do we have someone who wants?
Good
Yes,
afternoon.
please, Toastmaster.
Yes,
Toastmaster.
yes, I heard almost everything that DTM Ali Shahbaz said. I wonder if we increase the fees to 7.5 and we have the increase in Toastmaster International, would that attract more members to the club? especially that we discussed this last year, that we are taking fees more than other clubs. So I'm worried about if we increase it here, and I heard some members might and are suspicious about these fees that we are going to pay for Toastmaster International. That would be too much, especially for those who are in multiple clubs. So would that affect the members, adding members to the club? Is this considered within the ExCom?
All right, thank you so much, Toastmaster Huda. Just to respond to this specific question, so we don't as well deviate from the topic itself. So the topic is we had Toastmasters International increasing the fees. So we're only responding to the increasement of the fees. We're not talking about the rest of the expenses, which will stay the same. So this is one thing. And the argument here is instead of increasing the fees only on the in-person members, we would also keep it equally shared between online and in-person members. So this is just to get the argument back on the table, and then maybe we can agree, at least this is the base. And moving from the base, we can have fruitful discussion. But thank you so much, Toastmaster Huda.
Okay, thank you.
I can see
Thank you for the
DTM Abdallah
clarification.
raising. Yeah, thank you so much, Toastmaster Huda. Can we have Toastmaster DTM Abdallah, Madan, for the motion or against the motion?
For or against is just a point of.
Okay, please. I think I missed DTM Muhammad Shukri as well. We'll come back.
Thank you, Mr. President, fellow Toastmasters, most welcome guests. Regarding now the increase of dues, I understand what DTM Farouk is mentioning, and I understand what DTM Ali Shahbaz has also said regarding the increase, why we are not increasing for the people who are online. So let's say we made a proper hybrid setup. We bought cameras, we made it.
Which is happening today, mashallah, alhamdulillah.
Maybe we could have an extra camera, I would say,
Maybe,
or
yeah.
something. It would become even much a better experience for the members. Maybe a camera on the podium, a camera on the speaker itself or the audience themselves. If we are able to do that, would that justify the increase of that DTM Farouk is proposing?
Okay, so this is a question that we'll keep it on the table, and maybe we'll listen to, thank you so much, DTM Abdallah. Maybe we'll listen from DTM Muhammad Shukri on his point. And the GE report, okay. يعني بتشلخني. Okay. All right. So Toastmaster Samah has a point to say. Can we have?
Thank you for the mic. I don't think I need it unless the
It's
online
for the online
people.
members, yeah.
Okay. So how I see it, there is an additional cost that needs to be absorbed. It can be either, so if we look at the scenarios, what scenarios do we have and how can we proceed? Either the reserves of the club will pay for that, like we have an amount and we will compensate the difference and members are not impacted. Or we split it between the online members and the physical members, or the suggestion or the proposal here is that only physical members. I would say I will not speak on anybody's behalf. I will tell how I look at that. Number one, I would eliminate the option of using the reserves because as it was explained, it's something dangerous and it will not help the club in the future, especially when there are some events, when there is any kind of activities. If there is no reserve, that's not good, of course. So I will eliminate that. Then we will have the split between online and physical. And I personally see, and I'm in favor of the option of increasing on the physical, not the online, because I see that the benefit of the facility, the place, the snack, the physical benefit is more than the people who are online. I am not against adding to the online people, but if I would speak of myself, I would be voting to adding to the in-person only. That's how I see it. Plus, I would see also that the addition, is it from 6.5 to 7.5 is 1 BD? And if I would look at the impact, yearly impact, that's 12 BD, does it work like objecting and saying, oh, no, I will not be paying, comparing to the benefit that I am going to have when I pay that? So we are discussing a total of 12 BD per person annual, which is very minimum. And I would encourage my colleagues, Toastmasters, who are attending offline, physical, to agree and take that. Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Samah. It's really good to see. I wouldn't call her a new member. She is a Toastmaster in AB Toastmasters, but coming here and coming up with this argument. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Samah. Okay, I can see that this is going in circle. So we either amend the motion to change the fees, to split the fees between online and in-person members, or go to voting, which I can see. Should we go to voting? Do we have any amendment? So it's only objection I can see here, or maybe someone going for it. So if we have an amendment, then it has to be seconded and debated. Okay, so let's go for voting then. Yes, DTM Abdallah.
I'm not really sure about the parliamentary procedure correctly.
Can you have a mic, Abdallah, for the online audience to listen to it?
Okay. Just to clarify things, I'm not really sure how, if we promise the online audience to have a more suitable hybrid setup, could we amend the motion so that it could accommodate for a better online setup? And based on that, it could justify the increase DTM Farouk is mentioning, or shall we go with whatever we have and later on we can, in the next meeting, raise a motion to change the fees by so and so that we can provide you a better hybrid setup? Just I need to know this.
Yes, DTM.
Mr. President, if I can respond to it.
Please.
Also, for everybody to note, this increase will not affect us this term if we pay before August 3. Okay? If we pay before August 3, we are fine. It will happen next term. If we have a choice to do both renewals this term for the whole year. So it will not affect us. But let's say if a member is only paying for 6 months, yes, it will affect them. New members or even current members who say, I'm only paying for 6 months. Because September is coming, they have to pay for 6 months. September all the way to March, they have to pay for it. Or they pay till next September, it's not going to affect anyone. It's going to be at 6.5 rate. But let's say, suppose someone decides today, I'm just paying for 6 months, it's going to affect them.
Okay, with this, thank you so much, DTM Ali. With this argument, and I know that I'm not supposed to involve in the discussion, this is something, of course, for you to decide. If you wish to table this and then encourage everyone to do the payment before 3rd of August, so at least we don't need to discuss this today. And then, based on the assessment on how many would be renewed before 3rd of August, we come back to it next business session and decide accordingly.
Yes. My objection is not based on the value of the money, it's based on the fairness of how we assign responsibility. It's a precedent that we want to ensure that we are applying fairness to everybody with the proper logic. That's my objection only.
And based on that, that's what I'm trying to say here.
Sure.
So we give it back to the committee.
Sure.
So we table it, we give it back to the committee. And based on the assessment on how many we would renew, we will later on decide and come back to it. It could be
that will be more fair.
Yes. So we don't need to decide today. That's what
Absolutely. Thank you.
Can we have someone to move a motion to table this for next meeting?
Mr. President, I, Toastmaster Ghulam Farouk, would like to propose that we table this motion for the next meeting after the members have decided to pay or renew for themselves. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Can someone second the motion?
I second the motion.
Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Muhammad Shukri. Are there any objection? No objections, so the motion would be tabled and we will come revisit the motion inshallah next meeting. But thank you so much. Yes, Toastmaster.
Mentioned that the payment was done before 3rd of August. Then,
Can you pass the mic, please?
that will be less, on the older. Yeah, my question is, if the membership was renewed before the 3rd of August, then the current fees will still be applying. My question is, how long can a member renew his membership? Is it 6 months? Is it 1 year? 1 year. Okay. So if we all paid before 3rd of August, then this is out of discussion. Then we talk about it next year, 27, right?
It could be the case, yes.
Okay.
As simple
Great.
as that. Could be the case.
No,
You can pay for more than 1 year.
3 years?
1.5 years.
3 renewal period.
Yes.
Okay.
maybe that system glitch.
Oh, that's good. So if we know that we will still be interested and we will still renew the membership, then we can pay now and problem solved, right?
Yeah, it's a win-win situation, I would say.
Yeah.
It's a win-win.
Mr. President, also to answer that, we have to move the motion by next meeting because for new members, we have to be very clear what we
Yes.
tell them. This offer is only for the current members.
Correct, correct.
Not the new.
If the new members would join before
have to
3rd
tell
of
them the right
August as
number.
well, then this is okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good point as well. So thank you so much, everyone. It was really good discussion. And this is for the benefit of the guests. That's how we make decisions. Decisions are not just made by the president. It's a shared decision that we need to make. Now, before I move on to close the business session, there was also one pending item for the Vice President of Education that we agreed to have the OIG as a second meeting. We have another motion.
All right, so Mr. President, fellow Toastmasters, we have a motion to, we all know that we have an OIG meeting, which is a special series of webinars. It's not a regular meeting. And then we have one meeting per month. So the motion here is to have 2 meetings per month instead of 1 regular meeting and 1 OIG. All right.
That's the motion. Can we have someone to second the motion? Yes, so the motion that is moved by our Vice President of Education is, since we already have the second meeting, the online, the OIG, we are already doing it. The ExCom are already planning for speakers. And so why don't we just keep it part of the actual meeting? So instead of having just one meeting, official meeting, we can have 2 meetings, one online, continuing calling it OIG, and the one that we have here, hybrid. So just formalizing the process of counting it as a meeting. Can we have someone to second first?
Yes, I am Toastmaster Widat Hijazi, second the.
All right, thank you so much.
as well. Hussein Al-Abaidan.
Let me take off this so I can see the online members as well. All right, thank you so much. Do we have any objections? Now you can amend. Can we have the mic for him, please?
They know me very well. Madam VP and Mr. President, this is Toastmaster Farouk. I'd just like to suggest an amendment to that motion that because having a second meeting, if it's planned to be hybrid,
It's
that
not
will
hybrid,
add-
sorry.
It's only online. That
Yes.
was what needed to be rephrased.
Okay, it's online. So
Online meeting, yes. Online.
yes, yes. So the only thing we are changing here is just to giving
Excellent.
that a number.
Excellent.
Yeah.
And
that's all.
additional thing is, are we completely removing the OIG or are we
No.
going to have it once a quarter? Or once
The name
every-
OIG will still be called OIG.
Yes.
Of course, based on the calendar, so we can revise the calendar. So one meeting could be OIG, another meeting could be joint meeting, could be
Yes.
anything.
So-
But the brand is OIG since it is a batch.
Can I kindly request the VP to formally state the specifics of the motion? How the thing is it's going to be online and how many meetings are we going to OIG or is it going to replace the OIG completely? So when are we going to schedule the OIG? Thank you.
All right, so let me clarify it.
Sure.
First of all, we will continue having it online.
Excellent.
So it will not be hybrid. The second point is that we will have kind of special series of webinars, or it could be a regular meeting, or it could be a debate. Now, if I will share with you the calendar, you will be able to see it. So we will have different sessions within the OIG's like theme,
Okay.
but sometimes we might have it as a regular meeting. So we will have it. We will have a number for this specific meeting.
Understood. So that will be decided ad hoc by the ExCom.
Yes,
Okay.
the calendar is
Yeah, but for
already
the next
available.
future, because we are setting a rule that is going to be followed by the next term also, right? So it has to be consistent. Let's change.
Why not?
Sure.
Yes.
So that's what I mean to say is, you are saying that the regular meeting will stand as it is.
Mhm.
The OIG will convert to an online meeting, fair enough. So what happens to the OIG? Is it going to be once every 2 months, once every 3 months? Is going to replace it, or is going to be a third addition? Or is going to be a third meeting additionally? How is it going to be decided? There should be some regularity to it.
All right. So let's
Yes.
share with them the calendar.
Yes.
And maybe by-
It's a good thing.
So let me respond to this clarification.
Sure.
So we are just turning the second meeting as a club meeting. It could be OIG, it could be something else. The calendar would be shared for the members in advance, so
I
you'd be able to know what we are utilizing that extra meeting for.
So what is the frequency? That's the specific I want.
Same thing. So first meeting of every month, same
No.
frequency as
From the online meeting and the OIG. Half the meetings will be OIG, half the meetings will be online meetings. What will they be? Yes.
yes,
Thank you.
please.
So, Mr. President and DTM Farooq, so what we are going to do here is, what our VP Education is saying, all our meetings, hybrid or on OIG, will be recorded. It will be minuted.
Excellent.
They will be recorded, minuted, regular meetings.
And
One is hybrid, one is 100% online.
No, I agree with that. I completely agree with the motion. It's the specific I am looking for.
Yeah,
The specific would be based on the calendar that the VPE would be preparing.
Okay.
As simple as
So
that.
let's just say that we are formally proposing to change the OIG to a regular meeting,
Yes,
and the content of that meeting will be decided ad hoc by the committee.
exactly.
Okay, that's the
Exactly.
fairness we require, the
Yes.
clarity.
Thank you so much,
Thank
the
you.
DTM Ghulam,
Thank you.
for the point of explanation or point of information. Are there any objection? Going once, twice, thrice. Thank you so much. The motion passed. Thank you so much. That's at least one motion got passed. At least one motion passed. Thank you so much. Are there any other business before we close the business session? Yeah, oh, okay. Thank you so much, Itim Ali. So there is one slide that was supposed to be by me. Did you have a point, Toastmaster Samar?
I had a clarification, a question.
A question, okay.
I have the mic. It's not very clear to me what's the difference if I have a number associated to a meeting or without a number. So I don't understand what's the difference. There is a meeting in place. It did not have a number. Now it will be recorded minutes and numbers. So what's the impact on how the meeting is going to be held?
Let me
Or to
explain.
the members?
Sure. Let me explain. So officially, Bahrain Advanced Toastmasters Club has only one meeting. And this is the meeting that we are having today, third Saturday of every month. During COVID, we thought of coming with something different than other clubs. Since we are an advanced club, we need to come up with a creative idea. So we came up with OIG. OIG was never an official meeting of Bahrain Advanced Toastmasters Club. We were doing it because it was one membership campaign that we took it, and we had speakers all across the globe. And we continued having that OIG. So we never thought, should we formalize this right now and keeping it as an official? So it's just formalities that we are doing here. It was there since 5 years. We are currently just formalizing it and calling it a formal meeting.
Is it like increasing number of meetings will be going into the score of the club or something? There is a benefit for that, or increasing number of meetings?
Not really. Since we are also 25 members, this would give opportunity for more speaking slots. So currently we have only one official meeting so with 25 members. So this is giving it another fair chance of more members to speak and be presenting their sessions.
Yeah.
All right, so there are no other business. I'll move on to close the business session. And now we have an important occasion today. We have officers who are going to be discharged. and officers who are going to be installed today. And for this, we have our area director visiting the club all the way from India. She was very much persistent to make it happen. So thank you so much for our area director. So please put your hands together to welcome our area director, Toastmaster Raji.
Very good evening to one and all present here. Am I audible? Fine.
And visible, both.
Oh. So it's an honor to be here as Area 9 Director for this installation ceremony. Today is more than a formal handover of responsibilities. It is the beginning of new chapter of service, growth, and leadership. Today's meeting of Bahrain Advanced Toastmasters Club is a special one. The current leaders who have taken on their roles for a full year are moving on to make way for a new set of leaders. It is my privilege to install the new set of officers of Bahrain Advanced Toastmasters Club. Before we proceed with the installation of the new member officers, it is my duty to discharge the retiring executive committee. I request the outgoing officers to please come to the stage as I call them one by one. Ladies and gentlemen, please hold your applause. President Zara, VP Education, Khalid Abdullah, Vice President Member, Abdullah Madan, Vice President Public Relations, Mohammed Abdullah, Secretary Abdullah Hijazi, Treasurer Ali Shehbaz Ali, Sergeant at Arms Laila Al-Alai. On behalf of Toastmasters International and District 20, I thank all of you for your accomplishments and salute you for your service. You are discharged from all further duties and responsibilities as club officers of Bahrain Advanced Toastmasters Club for the term 2025-2026. Ladies and gentlemen, to show our appreciation for their hard work and dedication to office, please join me in giving them a round of applause. You may all return to your seats. I am here to install the officers of Bahrain Advanced Toastmasters Club for the term 2026-2027 and to prepare them for the challenges that lie ahead. Their collective challenges is to make this club strong and dedicated to help people from all walks of life, to listen with sensitivity, think creatively, and speak in an effective manner. Ladies and gentlemen, please withhold your applause until the ceremony is completed. May I invite members of the incoming officers to come up to the stage. When I call each one of you, please come forward and stand to the right of the lectern in the following order. Sergeant at Arms Mansoor Al-Saloyi, Sergeant at Arms Treasurer Ali Shahbaz Ali, Secretary Rola Mousa, Vice President Public Relations Mohammed Abdullah, Vice President Membership Toreya Juma, Vice President Education Zara, President Khalid Abdullah.
No, خليك اصبر مستعد.
I will.
I tried. Come.
All of
Our VPPR is not here, Madam Adi, and DTM Sarah Ibrahim willingly accepted to be in his place. Volunteer.
Okay.
Come. Yes.
Okay.
Online.
Okay. I will call each officers to step forward as I briefly outline the challenges they will meet and what is expected of them in their respective role. I will ask you to hold the gavel as a symbol of leadership and take their oaths. Is the gavel ready?
Yes, ready.
Sajid-e-Tam Toastmaster Mansoor, the duties of Sajid-e-Tam are to reserve the meeting space with proper authorities, make sure that all supplies and materials are properly distributed and displayed at meetings, attend to special requirements if needed, greet guests and members, and invite the President to call the meeting to order at the scheduled time. Will you perform these duties to the best of your abilities?
Yes. Hopefully I will.
Yes,
I will.
Oh,
I will.
thank you. Thank you. Please pass the gavel to the treasurer.
It's like your wedding. You will have
There's no choice.
Yes, thank you. Treasurer Distinguished Toastmaster Ali Shahbaz Ali, you are the 6th ranking officer, and the duties of a treasurer are keep financial records and prepare the club budget, to collect dues from the members, work with the secretary to find the dues, send the dues and the membership renewal reports to the Toastmasters International, pay the club expenses. Will you perform these duties to the best of your ability?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Please pass the gavel to the secretary. Secretary
I'm online.
You're online. Okay.
Yes.
So imagine you have the gavel.
Yes, I will.
Secretary Toastmaster Rola Mousa, the duties of secretary are to keep an accurate record of the members, submit the officer list to Toastmasters International after the election, work with the treasurer to submit the club renewal dues to Toastmasters International on time, keep the club charter, constitution, bylaws, meeting minutes, and calculate the Toastmaster of the Year points. Will you perform these duties to the best of your abilities?
I will. Hopefully I will.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's move on to the Vice President, Public Relations. So on behalf of VPPR Toastmaster Mohammed Abdullah,
Yes.
Toastmaster Sarah. You
Yes,
are the
remember
fourth. You are the fourth ranking officer, and the duties of the Vice President Public Relations are to promote the club to the local and online social media, spread the word about membership programs, maintain the social media, regularly recognize member achievements with methods such as announcements, newsletters, emails, and articles you submit for the newsletters, and attend Toastmasters events. Will you perform these duties to the best of your abilities?
Yes, on behalf of Toastmaster Mohammed Abdullah, you bet he will.
Thank you. Kindly pass on the gavel to the Vice President membership. Vice President membership, Distinguished Toastmaster Toraya Juma. You're the third ranking officer, and as the Vice President membership, your duties are to conduct ongoing membership building programs, explain the education program to prospective members and ask them to join, motivate the current members and invite guests, induct the new members professionally, and follow up with new members you gain into the club and absent members throughout them. Represent your club in the area council meeting. Will you perform these duties to the best of your abilities?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Pass on the gavel to Vice President Education. Vice President Education, Distinguished Toastmaster Zara, you are the second ranking officer, and the duties of a Vice President Education are to plan successful quality meetings, help members achieve their educational goals, orient new members to the Toastmasters program as soon as they join, and monitor the members and club progress. Represent your club in the area council meeting. Will you perform these duties to the best of your abilities?
Yes, I will.
Thank you. Please pass on the gavel to the President. President, Distinguished Toastmaster Khalid Abdullah. Having been elected the President of Bahrain Advanced Toastmasters Club, you are its Chief Executive Officer and will be expected to preside at all club meetings, special meetings, and the Executive Committee meetings, and represent your club in the area council meetings. It's your challenge to see that your club enables its members to achieve their educational goals. It's also your challenge to see that your club helps the area, division, district, and Toastmasters International to meet their goals. Please accept the gavel as a symbol of your leadership and dedication to the office. The gavel is a symbol of power and authority given to you by the membership of this club. Use it wisely with restraint. You are a member of your team and a leader. A team is more than a collection of people. It's an emotional force rooted in a feeling, thoughts, and actions of all members with the common goal of achievement, sharing, and mutual support. Work with your team members to create a healthy, dynamic club, a club of which everyone will be proud of. Will you, as president, accept this challenge and perform the duties to the best of your abilities?
Wholeheartedly will.
Thank you. It is now my pleasure to declare these Toastmasters installed to the office to which they have been elected. May I invite all members of the club members to stand and raise your right hand.
Mike.
Okay, all are right.
Yes.
Members, club members.
Yes, all done.
Yeah.
They're all standing.
Fine, thank you. The growth and development of Toastmasters program in Bahrain Advanced Toastmasters Club depends largely on the action of this group. On your honor as men and women of Toastmasters, will you pledge to individually and collectively stand by this club, live with it, and work with it through the coming years? Can you say I will?
Yes, we will.
Yes, we will.
I will.
Yes, we will.
Okay, thank you. You may be
Yes, we will.
seated. Thank you, thank you. You may be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to present the Executive Committee of the term 2026-2027. If you have pin, you can hand over the pins. I wish the Bahrain Advanced Toastmaster Club a very successful year. Over to you, President DTM Khalid.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, our area director, Toastmaster Raji, for doing a marvelous job in installing us and being so patient with us, although we are a little bit late. Not little bit, we are 20 or even 30 minutes behind time. But thank you so much for connecting all the way from India and persisting to do the installation. Now, before I move on to the next segment, we are definitely late, but we would love to hear from our district director who came all the way from Asia. So please put your hands together to welcome DTM Dalia Deep.
Have to sandwich in the middle ولا Good afternoon, Bahrain Advanced Toastmasters Club members. I would first like to recognize the presence of our area director, Toastmaster Raji, our admin manager, Toastmaster Soha, our past international director, DTM Ali, past district director, DTM Khalid, and all our amazing members, and of course, our accredited speaker, DTM Mohammed Shukri. I knew, and how can I forget? Our
I've been embarrassed quite a lot of it.
No, but one more embarrassment won't count. It won't make a difference. Okay, our immediate past CGD, DTM Abdullah Madan, and our past PRM, DTM Sara. I knew when I would visit Bahrain Advanced Toastmasters that I would feel among family. It's very true. How many of you have I known over the years who have helped, mentored me, who have worked with me, who have supported all of us in this as your district director. Over work and advancements on the dashboard mainly. And I always see amazing achievements. Whenever I do the kind of award, you're mostly there. But it's not just the achievements, of course, the achievements, but also the fun that come with the achievement and the atmosphere that I'm sure you have amongst yourselves here that I feel all the way in Egypt and even when I attend online. So please keep doing whatever it is you do because you are doing it very, very, very well. And I'm very happy. And I hope that very soon I'll come back more and more times. And hopefully next time I'll come from the beginning and maybe I'll take a role and feel part of not just District 20 family, but Bahrain Advanced Toastmaster family. Thank you so much, and back to our president.
Thank you so much, our district director, DTM Dalia Deep, all the way from Egypt, coming here. And by the way, you can take a role if you wish, if you stay longer. I'm not the VP, yes. Thank you so much. And now we'll move on with our agenda, and officially we'll start by calling the Master of Ceremony the captain of today's ship. The captain of today's ship is Toastmaster Amira. Now, for those who might not be aware of Toastmaster Amira, she is very much persistent in her own learning. She was making sure that everything is set. She was asking questions, valid questions, and that's how all of us would learn. So please put your hands together to welcome Toastmaster Amira, immediate past Area 20 Director, صح? صح. Please put your hands together to welcome the captain of this ship.
Thank you, DTM Khalid. Good evening, Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, guests, honored. Let me ask you a simple question. What is one small step you can take today that could change your life?
One change I would do is to be mindful more about myself. Take care of myself a little bit more.
Many people think success starts with something big, a big opportunity, a big decision, a big moment. But the truth is, every big success begins with one small step. One step to speak, one step to learn, one step to try. Sometimes one step is all it takes to change your future. Tonight, our theme is the power of one step. Let us begin this meeting with energy, confidence, and an open heart. Every great achievement begins with one simple step. The Toastmaster of the day is the host meeting. My role is to guide the meeting, introduce the speakers and role players, and keep the meeting smooth and organized. I would like to share consist of 3 sections. First, the prepared speeches session. Second, the table topics session. Third, the general evaluation session. So now, please welcome General Evaluator DTM Mohammed Shukri how to introduce their roles.
Madam Master of Ceremony, fellow Toastmasters online people, can you hear me? All right. So, online. All right. Yeah. All right. I'll be the general evaluator of the day. And already I have filled half of my sheets because we passed half of the meeting with all these procedures. And I have a long report already. So, so my job is to evaluate anything and everything that goes through the meeting exactly just before it starts and right until it finishes in order to improve the quality of our meeting, the speakers and the evaluators. So that said, there will be also individual evaluators who will be in my team, including also the timer and what else? What else did I get? Huh? Grammarian? Counters, yeah. Anyway, that will be during my report. Back to you, Madam Master of Ceremony.
Thank you so much. Please welcome a timer Toastmaster Hussein Al Ubaidan.
Good evening, Toastmasters, fellow Toastmasters, and welcome guests. Tonight's theme is the power of one step. Every great journey and every brilliant speech begins with a single decisive step forward. But once you take that step, you have to manage the journey, and that is where timing comes in. As tonight timers, my role is to help our speakers piece their journey to help you stay on track. I will show you the timing signals based on our agenda constraints. Look out for my background colors. If you missed it, it's your loss. The green signal, you will have hit your minimum qualified time. That is 4 minutes for our short speeches, 5 minutes for standard speeches, 1 minute for table topics, and 2 minutes for evaluations. The yellow signals, you are mid-journey, right on target. That is 5 minutes for short speeches, 6 minutes for standards, and 1.5 minutes for table topics, and 2.5 minutes for evaluations. The red signals, which you are in danger, you have reached the final mile. You have 30 seconds from this point to cross the finish line and wrap up. This is up to 6 minutes for short speeches, 7 minutes, and 2 minutes, 2 minutes and 3 minutes respectively. So let's make every single step count tonight. I will present my full report at the end of this meeting. Back to you, Mr. Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much. Now, please welcome a counter and grammarian DTM Farouk Ghadir.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster of the day. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters, today's word of the day is kickoff. I think it's very thematic because our journey is called the first step, the theme of the meeting, and it's in football season nowadays. So everybody can relate to it and try to use it as much as possible. The word kickoff has it's both a verb and a noun. Mostly it's used as a verb, and that's what I intend to use. The meaning for the verb is, the table topic master kicked off the session with an interesting topic. Okay, we'll kick off the meeting and bring. So the other one is that if you want to do it as a noun, the installation ceremony initiated the kickoff of the new term for the members, for the club. So these are different words. So anyway you use it, kick off, kicked off, or kicking off, I'll be counting that as the word of the day. Now for another role of the grammarian is to see any wonderful sentences or misuse of grammar that you use. Because of the lack of time, you have to be very exceptional, both in the good and the bad, so for me to record it. For the R counter, I'll just give a general overview because I know we are already over time. With that, back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you. Thanks all. First part is prepared speeches. We will move to our first segment in our meeting, preparing speeches. The first speaker for today is Toastmaster Mansour Saluli, the evaluator for DTM Khalid Abdullah. DTM Khalid, please read the speech objective for Toastmaster Mansour.
Thank you so much, Master of Ceremonies. As per the agenda, we have Toastmaster Samah as the first speaker. And the agenda already got adopted, so can we move on to have Toastmaster Samah first?
Sorry. Now, okay. So, first speakers, Samah Ali. Samah Ali, Toastmaster Hussein Abaidan, read the speech objective for Toastmaster Samah.
Hello again. What would be a better starting this term with some ice in this hot, humid weather? And that's why we are all here eager to hear the ice-breaking speech from Toastmaster Samah. Toastmaster of the day for Toastmasters and welcome guests. Tonight, I have the distinct pleasure of evaluating Toastmaster Samah. She is taking her first step in the presentation mystery path. She will be delivering her project number 1, level 1 speech, which is the icebreaker. The purpose of this project is simply for the speaker to introduce herself to the club and to recognize the basic elements of the speech. My role as her evaluator is to listen carefully, note her strength, and offer a few constructive tips to support her in this exciting journey. Her speech is timed for 4 to 6 minutes. Toastmaster Samah, the stage is yours.
Thank you.
I can turn it off, that's fine. This, I'm wearing this.
Can we, Master of Ceremonies, can you please formally introduce Toastmaster Samah by saying her name, speech title, name?
Toastmaster Samah Ali with a speech that with a speech title more than a job title, Toastmaster Samah Ali, the microphone is yours.
When was the last time you were asked to introduce yourself? Yes. When was it?
Yesterday, when I attended the Moments of Truth.
Yesterday. When was the last time you were asked to introduce yourself? Sorry? Last year. When we usually get asked to introduce ourselves, what we usually do, we say, my name is so-and-so, I work in this company, this is my field, and I come from this country. However, personally, how I see introducing myself or introducing a person's self shouldn't be going through a CV. It should be going through the stories that shaped the person and the person who he is today. Fellow Toastmasters, Master of Ceremonies, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished guests, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Today, I am going to give you and introduce you to 3 versions of me, 3 versions of Samah. My name is Samah. Samah the child, Samah the professional, and Samah the new Toastmaster who is starting the new journey today. The first version of Samah that I'm going to introduce you today is Samah the child. I was a confident child when I was small, younger in age. And I remember one day when I was at school, the teacher was asking, who knows where does rain come from? And I straight away raised my hand. Teacher, I know the answer. Rain comes from clouds when they are sad and when they cry. I was so confident because I heard my uncle telling me that before. And I used to believe that clouds have emotions and have feelings and they will cry when they are sad. However, what happened is that the kids, my colleagues, they started to laugh at me, and the school teacher, she smiled, and I found out that I was not right. And there was a lesson that I learned that day is that being confident doesn't mean that being correct at the same time. So that was the first lesson I got from version 1, Samah the child. The second version of me that I'm going to introduce you to is Samah the professional. Today, I work in procurement and supply chain field. And when anyone is working in procurement or supply chain here in the room? No one. When you hear that, it sounds organized and controlled and things are in order. However, when you come to the day-to-day life, we face a lot of issues. Shipments stuck in borders. Supplier is not able to deliver what we want. Invoices not correct. Custom duty not paid. Lots of issues. However, in order to be able to solve issues, you need to have a skill, which is problem-solving skill. Problem-solving means bringing the issue, bringing the problem, scenarios, coming up with your recommendation. However, with time, when my scope increased, when my experience increased, I found out that problem solving is not the only skill that's needed to excel at work. There is another skill which is as important as problem solving, which is communication. You can have the best presentation, you can have the best way of introducing your scenarios. However, if you are not able to communicate and deliver the solution that you are having in order to get the support, nothing comes into ground and nothing gets sorted out. So a learning here is that I found out that communication and being able to deliver your story, being a storyteller, getting the buy-in from your audience will get you the support. And it's not just a soft skill that I will find or I will be searching in my candidates, the people who I am interviewing. No, it is a must-have skill for everyone in business, and it's as important as problem solving and technical knowledge, technical and communication. Okay. The third version of me is Samah, the new Toastmaster member who is kicking off her career, has kicking off her learning within Toastmaster. I am here today and because I would like to be a better speaker, I'd like to develop my communication skills. Some people have that assumption that when you are a part of management team, when you lead negotiation meetings, when you are a part of discussion meetings, then you will have that skill naturally, that, okay, you can just be able to speak in public. However, that's not right. Something I have learned that being able to deliver an information, having audience who are going to interact with you and be excited, being able to tell a story and being a better leader at the end is a skill that needs persistence and needs someone to be working on it and needs hard work. That's why I am here today with you, standing before you, wanting to learn from you, ready to make mistakes and being vulnerable and kicking off my learning. Those were the three versions of Samah that I wanted you to know before we start the learning journey. And there is one learning that I can conclude and summarize of the three versions of Samah is that being in your comfort zone does not help you. And if you want to learn, if you want to grow, then you need to step out of your comfort zone. So next time when someone asks you to introduce yourself, are you going to go through your CV or you are going to bring the stories that made you the person you are today. And I hope that you take the second answer. Back to you, Ansi.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Samah. Make a very wonderful speech. Please, everybody gives her your feedback and 1 minute silent feedback.
Toastmaster Amira, can you hear us?
Yes.
Yes, you can go on with the second speaker, please.
Yeah, okay. So now Toastmasters speakers today is Toastmaster Mansour, DTM Khalid, Abdullah. Please read the speech objective for Toastmaster Mansour.
Thank you so much, Master of Ceremonies, once again for kicking off your Master of Ceremony and, of course, going on with the second speaker. So the second speaker is delivering a speech on engaging your audience with the humor. And for those who knows Toastmaster Mansour, you know, humor is his second name. So I'm sure it would be an amazing speech. The purpose of the project is for the member to determine the style of humor and apply it to a speech that centers around a central message. Wish you all the best, Toastmaster Mansour. Timer notes the time is 5 to 7 minutes. And let's kick off the second speaker for tonight. Back to you, Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you. Toastmaster Mansour Slowly with a speech title, He is on my Snapchat list. He is on my Snapchat list. Toastmaster Mansour Slowly, the microphone is yours.
Code red. I repeat, code red. All of the doctors, I need you to go to London room. Now, when we hear this announcement, usually, maybe it's about patient, or maybe you're working in the hospital, or you just made a bad life choice. Ladies and gentlemen, I wasn't working at the hospital, and I wasn't a doctor. And yes, this announcement was about me. And what was funny about it, 3 hours earlier, I wasn't sick, I wasn't injured, and I wasn't having any worries at all. Fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, good morning, and good evening. I don't know what the time range here, so good evening.
Good evening.
You see, I just moved from Yumber Industrial City to Al Khobar in the Saudi Arabia. New city, new people, and I want to make a good impression and set a good communication with people. So one of my friends asked me to go to a trip into the desert. So I said, it's okay, let's go. Then I said, no, what? I'm not gonna take my car into the desert. It's a Honda 2024. I call it Lola. So I said, I'm gonna road with anybody else for my friends. So I went with my colleague. He's not a friend, he's just a colleague. So we went inside the desert. It was about to close to dark. And he said, Mansour, do you think we should go inside? So we are climbing out this mountain. And I said, I don't know. So all of a sudden, I said, why are we falling from the mountain? The car, and this is the real story, we jumped from this cliff into the ground. Now, I went straight to Tom Cruise dark mood movie. You know, sometimes in movie when we have this kind of bad choice, we say we ride together, we die together, as we are best friends. And I said, you know what? He's not even my Snapchat list. So I unbuckled my seatbelt and I opened the door and I throw myself. And this is not a good suggestion. Mariam, don't do this. This is not a good. This is not a good advice. As I was flying like a free spirit in the air, I was so confused that I'm Superman. That man can fly. Then I realized that why I'm getting so close to the gravity. I'm getting closer and closer, and I'm like, why I'm still awake? I need to be like in dark mood, unconscious. So I went to like, you know, at the end of the movie, they give like a black screen. It's the same thing. I woke up 2 days after in a white room, calm voices, and a lady in a white dress approached me. And I said, oh, wow, I made it to heaven. As I was having the love of my life and welcoming her, my friends jumped in and said, hey, Mansour, are you okay? I said, you know what? No, I'm still alive. So the doctor came and said, you're kind of stable, but we need to take you to another hospital. Before I can speak, they put me on stretcher and they put me on a helicopter, and I was flying to another hospital because my case was so tough. So the pilot was feeling so sad. So he looked at me and said, Mansour, if you take a look on your right, you can see the ITRA tower. And I'm like, would you like to say something? I said, yeah, can you play Fly Me to the Moon by Frank Sinatra? And I remember he asked his colleagues, is he drunk? No, he said he's in a lot of medication. As I moved, everything becomes so fast. And they say, clear the area, clear the area. And I'm like, yeah, clear the room, clear the room. They put me in a room full of doctors. And if I'm like a project to them, everybody is circling me. One of them is cutting my t-shirt, the other one is cutting my pants. I'm like, gentlemen, easy there, huh? Easy. Can someone tell me what's happening? So one of the doctors has, it's kind of like a checklist. So she will come and say, broken shoulder. And I'm like, okay. And the other one said, internal bleeding between the kidney and whatsoever. I'm like, okay. Broken jaw, broken knee, broken. I'm like, wait. Who's the nurse that saved my life? And she approached. Her name is also Zahra. So it's not a coincidence that I chose my mentor name, Zahra. So she came and I said, Miss Zahra, you saved my life. Can I have something that's not broken? And she said, let me check. Broken. Oh, you have a good smile. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm messed up. So they prepared me to the emergency to do a surgery. And the anesthesia doctor came and said, hello, Mansour, nice to meet you. My name is Mohammed, and I want you to relax. And, you know, I'm going to be your doctor. And I said, how long have you been a doctor to operate room? He said, less than a year. I said, less than a year. And I'm your 10 patient. He said, no, you're my first patient. And I'm like, Dr. Mohammed, I'm going to be very clear. If I woke up in the middle of the operation, so help me God, I will do it. Then I slept immediately. When I woke up, I saw everybody laughing like you guys. And I'm like, is the surgery went well? They said, yes, but during the time, you have proposed for every female staff in the lab. Even the head of nurse. She was 60 years old, and I told her she needs youth in her life. So, ladies and gentlemen, after falling off of a mountain, flying without wings, and somehow proposing for half of the staff, I realized life does not worry. It's simply just say, code red. And you have to determine whether your life choices be because you have worn your seatbelt or add the right people on Snapchat list. Thank you, and back to our Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mansour. To make a very interesting speech. Now, please, everybody gives here your feedback and 1 minute silent feedback. Finish. Finish. 1 minute. Yeah. Now, the third speaker for today is DTM Ali Shahbaz Ali, DTM Farhas Farouk. Please introduce evaluation speech for DTM Ali.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster. Dear friends, dear Toastmasters, good evening. I hope I can be heard, I can be seen, and my gray hair is looking grayer than ever.
All in one, yes.
Brilliant. So, distinguished Toastmaster Ali Shahbaz is attempting a level 3 project, and this is his third project from the level. And this is a rather advanced project. It's called Using Presentation Software. The objective of this project is for the speaker to pick a topic and present it using a presentation software and to demonstrate their understanding of how using presentation softwares, slides, and technology can enhance their work. Timer, please note, it's 5 to 7 minutes, and I look forward to being enlightened by our speaker, distinguished Toastmaster Ali. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Thank you. DTM Ali Shahbaz, Fright Night, DTM Ali Shahbaz, the microphone is yours.
Toastmaster of the day, Mr. President, fellow Toastmasters, and our wonderful guest, of course, our district director. There was this one night, I got a call from one of my colleagues who has been in the academic industry for past 25 plus years, much older to me. And he gives me a call full with fear. And he says, Ali, I see dead people. Of course, that was a joke. Then he was the MC in the event next morning, which is Grads Expo, which we do every year at our university. I asked him, why are you so much in fear? You are just an MC. We made the script together and you should be fine. He said, I think I can't do it. I won't be there tomorrow. Just be my backup. I told him, you are much senior to me, 25 years, and you're calling me and you're telling me this. No, that's not acceptable. You have to be there tomorrow. I met him early in the morning. We did a mock rehearsal around 7:30 a.m. The show was supposed to begin at 10 a.m. Whenever I take him to the stage, I see so much of fear, anxiety, and he kept telling me he couldn't sleep the last night. And that was one fright night for him, which he can never forget. Especially when the diplomats walked in. Imagine the member of parliaments, the deans of other schools, and diplomats across the country, people from the audience, from the public, almost a gathering of 400 people, and the event is about to kick off. So what we are going to do? So here is he who comes. There was a lot of shiver. I kept boosting him. I was on the stage trying to act like I'm doing something with the awards. And just my presence with him made a difference, and he got started. Next year, I want to be an MC again. But then when I was looking at this, what fright night he had, why did this happen to him? I did some research, and this is not built just by, this research doesn't come by overnight work. It has been over the years, and many of you know the subject which I might speak about. Our brain takes audience as some creatures, predators, because brain does not know who is who. So that causes all the fear. Do you all agree with this? Let's see what research says. Let's see what research says about it. I think I'll try to use Mansoor's help to go forward. Okay, I'm supposed to point that side. A very famous statistics. You have seen the 77% before, right? You have seen it before. So this nobody can deny it's not true. It's from a very published, tested journal. Flying, like what Mansoor mentioned, heights, people are less scared. But when we talk about public speaking, whenever we go to public speaking or think about it, there is some fear which comes in. If I just take any name now and tell you to come and speak here, I'm not taking anybody's name. I might. But you see, you're getting that fear already. Well, see, the name is. You feel it, right? So maybe our accredited speaker might be already thinking about his next dynamic workshop, right? Okay, jokes apart, the name is. Some are looking down. The audience isn't dangerous. It's just our brain which thinks there is a problem here. It could be heights, it could be a game, or it could be simply an audience. It's just some reaction. It's just some reaction. What happens when fear comes in? There is a alarm which goes to the brain that something is going to happen here out of your comfort zone. And this is how it detects threat. Something might go wrong. And we start shivering, we start shaking about it. And then the stress hormones kick in. And we go to overthinking. What if I try to come here and something goes wrong? What will they think of me? Maybe a slip of words. I've seen people speaking impromptu, and they didn't want to say those words. Their fear made them say it. Have you seen something like this? And it happens. When they go back to the chair, you ask them, are you okay? They say, I really don't know. What did I say? Did I say this? Yes, you said it. So this is all just reaction of what we think when we see some kind of threat. We feel the fear and we do things. There's some statistics here which says it increases our cortisol and heart rate. Would you want to try? Did you have your fright night? Oh, Mansoor, next slide, please. So, can this fear be trained? And that's the reason we are in Toastmasters. Fear can be trained, but it won't happen automatically. One of the best programs we have on planet Earth is Toastmasters. Trust me, for communication and leadership. You can train both. Leadership is also as much as fear, causes fear as much as public speaking. I had directors telling me across the world, Ali, can you just come and sit next to us on the dais so I can do this job? There was this one district director who told me, I was the district director basically. He told me, I'll just sit there for the name's sake. He was my good friend. He knew when he sits next to me, we both gel well together. And we had one council like that. Next slide. Toastmasters offers us all these packages in single meeting. Icebreaker, table topics, evaluation, all of these. The gentleman I was talking to you about, didn't join Toastmasters yet. Guess why?
Fear.
He has fear, but he has second problem. Evaluation. He's a very strict professor. He doesn't want anyone to evaluate him. I'm still working on that fear, that someone can tell him, you can do this better. And here is his problem. But we all are lucky. We go through this journey in every single meeting. Next. Confidence is built. It's not born. We just need to rewire our brain. Today, we are talking about public speaking. And the more we speak, with every speech, we can do a better job. Courageous, we can train, and these are all latest statistics, by the way. You can take picture of this. I took some time reading these articles. Courage, technology, exposure. So confidence is the main key here. When you have confidence, fear cannot knock you down. You can kick off fear easily. And over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, DTM Ali. Make amazing speech, please. Everybody gives her your feedback and 1 minute silent. Feedback.
اليوم يعني خلاص.
Now, as we will move to our second segment, table topics, what I think it is amazing part be by DTM Thuraya Jum'a. The microphone is yours.
Fellow Toastmaster, honorable guests, good afternoon to all of you. We came to a very nice session, which is a session will train us to speak on our feet. So are you ready?
Already.
And you will have, so I will call the person and you will have 1 to 2 minutes to speak on the topic which will be given to you. So shall we start with the first speaker? And the first speaker will be Toastmaster Sarah. Look.
Is that a mic? There's a mic. There's a mic. Thank you so much.
Toastmaster Sarah.
Yeah.
So what is one step you can take to reduce your daily stress? What is one step you can take to reduce your daily stress? Toastmaster Sarah, the floor is yours.
Stress often is taken as something quite negative. But of course, I've learned it in psychology that there is eustress and then there is, of course, a negative stress. Eustress being a positive form of stress. And negative stress is, of course, we know that it gives you anxiety, it puts you through an overthinking, sort of a mental state of mind. But I'll give you, when I have to deal with both sorts of stress, what do I do? The one step that I took, which I do not regret till this day, is because I had given too much to this particular thing in my life, was Toastmasters and leaving it. and becoming something which I used to hate hearing is becoming a paper member. Because I had given too much of my time, too much of my energy, and too much of my life into it, because of which I had to step back to realize that yes, there is more to life than Toastmasters. But when I have to deal with positive stress, for example, my favorite thing to do is read books. I can do it anytime. And by anytime, I mean, even if I'm driving the car, I do it then. Now, people would be worried about all those on the road. I just don't care. And that happens while I keep the phone on the dashboard, on the stand, and it's an automatic movement of the book because I read around 200 words per minute. So I'm a speed reader, and I have read quite many books in this way. During work, I usually either I'm listening to an audiobook or I'm reading a book on the side. Just today, just to give you an example, just today, my line manager came in and he was like, Sarah, I need to know something. I said, what? Just a moment. Let me finish this part and then, what finish? What part? Exactly, Sarah. So I said, just this part, this climax moment, just all my team members were laughing. So books to me are like, they are adding stress to my work, my productivity. But for me, it's a positive stress because it takes me to a different world. It helps me escape what I'm doing. And sometimes it helps me build up on the stories that I have in my mind. And that's two ways I would say that I take a step in two different directions just to maintain my mental state of mind. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sarah. Can we have the guest?
No.
I'll give you an easy question.
No, I don't.
You don't? Any guest? Oh, our guest.
Answer the question, go for it.
So just I will remind you again, so I will give you a topic and you have to speak on that topic for 1 to 2 minutes. And please pay attention to the timer. Okay. And the topic is, what is, so the topic is, you want to learn a new language. What is your one step? You want to learn a new language. What is your one step?
One
The
step.
floor is ready.
Probably if I'm going to learn a new language, I would put a plan for myself. First of all, I would ask myself, why would I learn it? Is it because I want to learn about this culture? Is it because I want to train my brain to have a better memory? Yeah, I would put a plan for it.
More, you have 2 minutes.
So the next step is to understand what are the resources that I have to learn this language. Would I do it online? Would I do it with an institute, face-to-face? And the third step is or would be, how far do I want to reach in this language? Do I just want to be a beginner in it? Do I want to be to learn few words just to chat with someone with this language? Or do I want to be a pioneer or a professional in this language so I can travel, have chats with the people? So these are the steps if I want to learn a new language.
Well done.
And your name for the voting? Ihab. And Toastmaster Rola, so the name of the speaker is Ihab. The next speaker is our guest at the back. Would you like to participate? So you are lost in a new city. What is your one step to find your way? You are lost in a new city. What is your one step to find your way? The floor is yours.
Thank you. I think if I am in my chair, I will answer this question. But here it is difficult. I don't know why, because maybe because of the fear, which is holding me back to speak up. But just I take one step, or the kickoff to start my journey. I would like to start with thanks to Mr. Mohammed Shukri, because he's the one who called me or asked me to join this club or to attend this one. Anyway, to answer this question, I think if I have the mobile, I will go for the map and try to get out of that city if I am lost. That's one thing. The second, I may ask anyone who can direct me or guide me to go to the main street. The third thing, maybe if I have the phone, I may call someone to come and pick me up to go out from this city. That's what I have now for time being. And again, if I am there, I will have something more to say. But here it's difficult. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Next speaker, Toastmaster Rana. Okay. So Toastmaster Rana, you see someone sitting alone. How do you take your first step? So you see someone sitting alone, how do you take the first step? The floor is yours.
Actually, it has been a long time I didn't stand on the stage. Became Thoraya, dear Toastmaster. First step that I will do is just I will step on and I will be like greet this person and just I will open a topic in general, the weather, the situation. It will be like a simple conversation that will be shared the weather. You know, for now on for the topics, the weather, any topics. When you talk in a friendly way, the talks go on and on. Just be simple, be humble. You will find yourself and learn how you will greet the other person. And even you will learn new things from the others. Stop shaking your hands. You're making me nervous. The first step that when I came here, I saw DTM Dalia with DTM Khaled, and I took the first step and I greeted them, and I had like first a chat, quick chit chat, and then I came in. So just be humble and be simple and just go and have funny atmosphere and just take it off.
And thank you. And we look forward to see more.
Thank you.
Thank you. Can we take one online? Okay. Okay. So by that, let me hand the control back to our Master of Ceremonies.
Thank you. Thank you, a great session. Now we will move to our third segment, evaluations and feedback in the time for evaluation, and our General DTM Mohammed Shukri. Please welcome. The microphone is yours.
Test, can you all hear me online? I'm sure they can, right?
Yes.
Online, can you hear me? Yes. All right. So, Madam Master of Ceremony, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests, I feel karma is happening because when the installation ceremony happened, I started the electrical kettle. And now the moment I jump, it's being started. I think someone is coming back at me. But it's my chance to kick off this session. Thank you, Toastmaster Farouk. Keep it up there. And do the evaluation for the meeting, but starting with the speakers immediately without any further ado. Let's hear the evaluators of the speakers. And before that, I'd like to hear the timing criteria for all these three speakers so that we can vote for them before we hear their evaluators. Toastmaster DTM Zahra. Toastmaster Hussein, can you give us the report on the speaking of the speakers' timing?
Sure, Ya Abu Ali. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and welcome guests. Tonight we had like a very, what we call, very interesting topics we heard about from the Toastmasters. And overall, we they all passed the criteria except two people. Let me break down to you. For the education session, Toastmaster Samah Ali, she was like 6 minutes and 3 seconds, which is within the time limit. TM Mansour was 6 minutes and 10 seconds, again with the time. Unfortunately, DTM Ali Shahbaz, he passed the time by 1 minute and 51 seconds, which is he was 8 minutes and 51 seconds. For the table topics, we have I'm not really sure if she is like Toastmaster or just welcome guest, but Sarah, she was like 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Unfortunately, she didn't pass. Ihab was 1 minute and 32 seconds. Abd Zahra was 1 minute 15 seconds. And Rana is 1 minute and 37 seconds. That's it for the report. Back to you, General Evaluator Abu Ali.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Hussein. Toastmaster Hussein Al-Ubaidan. All those who have the ballots in front of them, please vote for the best speaker before we listen. You can vote for either Toastmaster Samah or Toastmaster Mansour. Unfortunately, DTM Ali Shahbaz cannot be voted for because of the time. Yeah. And you can also choose the best table topic commentator right away while I introduce the first evaluator for Toastmaster Samah Ali, who did her icebreaker. So Toastmaster Hussein Al-Ubaidan, you can go ahead and deliver your evaluation for Toastmaster Samah. Toastmaster Hussein.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, honored guests, and special congratulations to Toastmaster Samah in delivering an outstanding icebreaker speech. Toastmaster Samah, you took us on a wonderful journey tonight, tracing your path from childhood to your professional life and highlighting how you developed essential soft skills like confidence and career management along the way. Here is what I absolutely loved about your presentation. First of all, when you started, you engaged us from the start by asking a powerful opening questions. When was the last time you asked to introduce yourself? This has immediately made your speech relatable and made the audience lean on. Second, you utilized the speaking area beautifully, by physically moving across the stage to present your growth from childhood on one side, transitioning to your professional side on the other, and finally returning to the center for present moment. You gave your timeline a brilliant visual structure. Your voice was exceptionally clear, and you projected a natural confidence that made your story very compelling to listen to. Last but not least, you wrapped up with a fantastic summary. Your final call to action encouraging all of us to step out of our comfort zones and move into our growth area tied your entire message together perfectly. We all felt the energy you had, and it led you to accelerate. And what I recommend for you to do for the next speech is to slow down a bit and have some pauses. Overall, this was a masterful first step into your presentation mystery path. You have a natural gift for storytelling, and I cannot wait to hear your next speech. Back to you, Abari.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Hussein. Toastmaster Hussein, just a small note. I know you are also the timer. Did you time yourself?
Yes, I did. 2 minutes and 17 seconds.
Wow, because we here forgot to do the timing backup as you speak, but yet you didn't skip the timing. You were doing two things in one time. I think he deserves another round of applause. Wow.
Thank you, Abadi.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Hussein. I'm glad I invited you to this club at the first time. Anyway, so for Toastmaster Mansour As-Saluli, the evaluator is DTM Khalid Abdullah and Mike? Oh, okay. DTM Khalid Abdullah evaluating Toastmaster Mansour.
How many of you right now are tempted to fly and be in heaven after listening to Toastmaster Mansour's speech? General evaluator, fellow Toastmaster, and esteemed guest, good evening to all of you. When I introduced Toastmaster Mansour as his second name, humor is his second name, I'm sure all of you right now agree. Let me go through what I adored in the speech itself. First one, suspense. He started with saying, Code Red. He had the pen in his hand, which is another prop. He said, I'm not the doctor. I'm not in operation. And we were just thinking, what is he going to say? Who are you then in this whole story? He did not even give us the answer. And that's when he closed his introduction with suspense. So well done for the suspense, Toastmaster Mansour. He went on to the body of the speech. And of course, he introduced to us his colleague, not friend. And he even emphasized twice, colleague, not friend. And of course, we knew why he did not call him not friend at that time. And he moved on with a personal story, a real story of him climbing that mountain. And that's an amazing thing to be added as well in any speech. Then, of course, the fly. And he did this with his both hand gestures. So he also used his body language to explain what is happening. So that was very much visible. Visualization is also another factor that I adored as well, which he kicked off by taking us from the mountain to the hospital, to the next hospital, to heaven, and moved on. Of course, we visualize where he is going. In every part of his speech, he was taking us into a visual part of it. Then, of course, what can I say about the humor part of it? So he definitely met the objective, exceeded the objective, and he engaged us throughout by mentioning all of the funny parts within his story. Now, if I were in your shoes, Toastmaster Mansour, what could I give you differently? I'll give you two advices on delivery. The first advice, you had lots of characters in your speech. I wished if you mimicked the doctor voice when he spoke to you. I wished you mimic the nurse's voice when they spoke to you. That would be a difficult one, but it would add to your humor. If you brought those characters, it would give even the visual part of your speech even a bigger impact. Second, the stage utilization. You had lots of stories. You could have spoke about the flying you from the mountain till you reach to heaven, inshallah, after long life, inshallah. In summary, was an amazing speech. You 100% met the objective of being a humor, which is your second name. If you just remember the voice modulation and the stage utilization, you would even crack us from laughter as well. Wish you all the best in your next kickoff, and back to you, General Ivalu.
Thank you so much. Oh my God, what's this? Thank you very much, DTM Khalid. The third and last evaluator is DTM Farhaz Farouk, all the way from Sri Lanka. He is evaluating the speech of DTM Ali Shahbaz. DTM Farhaz, floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Mr. General Evaluator. Ladies and gentlemen, dear Toastmasters guests. First off, let me kick off by saying thank you so much, DTM Ali, for this amazing speech on a topic which initially seemed like a story, but then you brought us right to the point on why you started with this topic, something that's very familiar to us, the fear of public speaking. So thank you so much. What I really liked, first off, I liked distinguished Toastmaster Ali's conversational style of storytelling. The stories that were told were enhanced by his very simple language and the way in which he spoke to us rather than coming at us like he was doing a prepared speech. In these stories, he had characters, the characters of the person who was the friend who wanted to be the master of ceremonies, the district director, and of course, he also involved the audience at various stages. So that was very well done. Secondly, the topic that was selected, which is the fear of public speaking, is something that's familiar to us, so it was very easy for us to absorb. But secondly, most importantly, it was a topic that made it useful to have presentation software being used to present the speech. So well done on that. Thirdly, the slides, even though it was presented to the physical audience there, me as the online audience could actually see the slides. So very well done on your slide preparation. The Fright Night slide was very clear. The 77% slide was very clear. So well done on that. Now, a few things that I feel could be done slightly differently. First off, there were lots of characters and there was storytelling. One way to enhance the storytelling is to, instead of narrating what happened, to just convert it to dialogues. For instance, the discussion with the friend who wanted to be an MC could have been a quick dialogue. The discussion with the district director could have been a quick dialogue. And that way, we would have been able to reduce content, but enhance what is being presented. So use dialogues to enhance your style. Secondly, slide transitions, using the help of a member is good, but next slide doesn't seem pretty when it comes to a professional presentation. So may I suggest perhaps arriving a little while earlier and looking at the equipment if we can, because this project is about presentations. And third thing, the call to action sounded more like a preaching rather than a learning. If you had incorporated a personal story of learning of how you overcame your fear of public speaking, and from that came to the message, to the call to action, it would have been really more meaningful. And of course, the timing, I would be wrong if I don't touch on that. Maybe edit out one of the stories and that could sort out and resolve that problem. So in summary, conversational style, good topic selection and good slides, bring in dialogues, look after your transitions, don't preach, and look after the time. Thank you so much. And may I kick this off by ending by saying thank you to distinguished Toastmaster Zahra for sending me the video as well. Back to you, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you, DTM Faraz. By that, we close the segment of the evaluations. Toastmaster Hussein Al-Ubaidan, may I hear the timing report for the three evaluators?
All the evaluators, including myself, has passed the criteria. Myself, I was 2 minutes and 17 seconds. DTM Khalid was 3 minutes and 10 seconds. And lastly, DTM Farhaz Farouk was 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Back to you, General
Thank you very much,
Evaluator.
Toastmaster Hussein. For a second time, thunderous round of applause for amazing job. Thank you, Toastmaster. So those who have the ballots, please vote for the best evaluators. All three evaluators qualify for this voting. And may I remind you to also vote for, before you hand over the papers, table topics, we have 3 qualified only. Ihab, our guest Abdul Zahra, and Toastmaster Rana. Pick one of those 3 as your best table topics. As I don't know how you're doing it online, but Toastmaster, they will send it, okay, online. Attendees, please send the votes to Toastmaster Mansour, our incoming, actually active Sergeant at Arms. My votes are here, Mansour. Moving on to the next part, let me welcome the grammarian and accounter, DTM Farouk Qadir, to give his report. DTM Farouk.
Thank you, Mr. Evaluator. Just let me start with the word of the day. Was used at least 12 times today.
Wow.
It was wonderful. And it was used properly with this variation. There's no misabuse of the word, misuse of the word kickoff. It was very well done. And regarding the counter report, I would say that everybody controlled their ahs and ums very well. And I just like to appreciate the Toastmaster today. I know it's a hard time for her, but she controlled it very well. Although she had some, but I'll say she's attempting it, so I'll be favorable to her. And let's say, as a grammarian also, there was a very beautiful statement by our speaker in icebreaker speech. Being confident does not mean you're right. I like that phrase. It's a very prompt statement. And I'd like to make one correction for DTM Ali Shahbaz's speech. He mentioned his colleague from the academic industry. You don't say academic industry, you say academia. Okay, that is the minor correction. And with this, I will end my report and hand back over to you, Madam.
DTM Farouk, thank you so much. So I think I'm ready to do my report on but I know we are 5 minutes away from the end of the meeting. Do I do the motions for the extension now, or you will do, Mr. President? All right, so it looks like we need another 15 minutes. So I raise the motion to extend the meeting until 6:45 Bahrain time, which means 15 minutes extra after the 6:30.
So much, no objection.
No objection. All right, so the meeting will continue another 20 minutes. So, like Toastmaster Sarah came and she said something during the meeting, I totally relate with her. She said, "Why did I come today? Why did I pick this meeting?" Me also. I said yes for General Evaluator. I didn't know it will be so much, so many things to, but Mr. President, you have the lion's share. So you ran almost half of the meeting, and I cannot admire you enough for keeping the rhythm, the momentum, the tempo. The maestro of the day is really DTM Khalid, really. That was the good news. Yeah, obviously. See, and when you took over, actually, let me start with the Sergeant at Arms, because I'm very impressed with you, Mansour, Toastmaster Mansour. This is your first time as a Sergeant at Arms. The tone is not shy, it's my first time, so forgive me. No, he really starts high, because this is what we need at the beginning of the meeting. You need to amplify. He's so confident. His tone is positive, and the instructions are very clear, and then he adds the mission of the club. Because we know how much humorous you are, the next meeting onwards, Toastmaster Mansour, the next meeting onwards, you also need to make us laugh right at the beginning. Give him a big hand. Give him a big hand. Mr. President, your address was very long list. So let me just give you a checklist. You started with the technical glitch. Then this is my third time as a president. Then can I have the recorded apologies? Then agenda of adoption. Then came your speech as a president in the shape of very casual, I have a few words to say. Can I go on? All right. And then in your speech, you talked about our legacy, our club. We are a club of choice, history, etc. But there was no mention of the, or at least hinting to the theme, nor Smedley, Ralph C. Smedley, our founder, was mentioned. All right. Then you had a question to the members, and it was only DTM Zahra. So I suggest that the order changes. I know you had to do all of this, but a logical order that will reserve the motivation of the audience, and because that motivation starts with you, our president. Your speech comes at the beginning. Your 2 minutes high motivation, totally related to the occasion, to the theme, and also the guests, right? Should be at the beginning. Then everything will fall in place, because many people will think, okay, is this Toastmasters? Too many technical things. No, we start and then we go then. And I like you say, for the benefit of the guest, but there were other places we need more of that for the benefit of the guest. You had to pay attention to too many things, so I take you off the hook. And the business session, I like the slides very much. I know we didn't have the updated, but really big thanks on. I'm very proud of this club because they really prepare well for the business session. I wanted to mention one thing. I take this opportunity. I saw many clubs posting their new incoming XCOM posters. My club, I didn't see that, all right? But it's not too late because we have a month to finish and we post. Our officers are doing a hard job for a long year. At least we need to recognize them. Actually, one of my uncles sent me a picture of one of the clubs in Bahrain. What is this? It was just one XCOM showing that this is the new family. What is this, Muhammad? This is big. No, Wallah, Ammi, it's not big. I explained to him, but to us, it is big. To non-Toastmasters, it is big. Inshallah, by next week, we will see the pictures of our new officers on our pages. The fees increment was handled really, really brilliantly by our president. I cannot imagine it to become so unbiased, so objective, was not triggered by any extra opinions here and there, negatives, positive. He was right in the middle where he should be. Cannot thank you enough for that. We are learning from our leader, DTM Khalid. And the leader is not the one who's he's standing here, because leaders like DTM Farouk, we need. How DTM Farouk is bringing another opinion on the board, and yet everybody's listening. Everybody has a voice in the club. Everybody can say their words, and we need the veterans to tell us what to do in these times. They have been long there and they know, and we all need each other. So again, hats off to you, DTM Farouk. And also he adapted for our visiting district directors. I mean, he had a big thing to do today, mashallah, the captain. However, I would love that when anyone speaks, not only our district director, there shouldn't be side talks in the meeting while we have our district director speaking. Yeah, okay. Speaking about the side talks, there is one big thing here called a loudspeaker. It's loud, but it's not clear. Yani they are speaking from inside this tuna can, like this. Okay, online. No, we heard you, all of you online. Don't be. Please fix this glitch, because we had to pay attention a lot. Then comes our MC. What can I say about MC? People who don't know the journey of the MC and how she takes challenges many people will never do. Many people in her situations will never take, because we know her story, how she challenged to take another language on her board earlier than any time, and yet she is taking it up with Bahrain Advance, and she is going so strongly all over the district. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amira. Big hand for her. We had 3 speakers. Samah, icebreaker, wonderful. I never heard an icebreaker who gives us also concepts and principles and life takeaways immediately. And mabruk to you. Mabruk to you. Toastmaster Mansoor, wow, that was hilarious. Toastmaster Mansoor, he talks about the red what? Red code? Red code. And I want to say something, but it's there here. I want to say it, all right? See, all your speech, you were proud of your mentor. Your mentor looked at you with pride. Yes, she did, until you mentioned the nurses. I will tell you what I saw. I wasn't looking at him, at you. I was looking at her. You know, she was a second timer here. She raised every card to every speaker with a big smile. When she reached to you and it was the red card, she was doing like this. Yeah, and she didn't smile. She did that life decision by saying yes to being your mentor. I want to say, just as a part of a joke, I don't know how, are we in heaven? Because do we really have a speaker like you in our club? MashaAllah. We must be in heaven. We must be in heaven. Please don't wake up us from this stream. And of course, Ali Shahbaz, we wish to hear more. I wish we can extend or do a motion to extend the time, but alhamdulillah, we don't. All right, finally, table topics. Dr. Thray, it's really good to have you in person again. She paid attention to the theme, and one step, and all the questions were really simple. That's how a table topic should be. Guest or no guest, they can answer. Kudos to you. Thank you very much, Dr. Thray. I wish there was a question for the online. That's all from my side. I wish there was a question also for the online, but you managed the space very well. One final thing about the fees. I have a suggestion. I don't know if it works. I don't know about the math and accounting. We should have more members. I know we are 25. I went to Abu Dhabi Toastmasters. They have an annual open house. Imagine, and every year they do a good job in bringing new members. I hope that has at least one public event where we attract members and open house. It will partially solve our problem with this. And that's all from my side. Back to you, Master of Ceremony. Master of Ceremony.
Thank you. Everybody did amazing role. Thank you a lot. Now with our president of the club DTM, Khalid Abdullah. The microphone is yours.
Thank you so much. And the microphone is with me. Can you hear me? Thank you so much. Can you give her a round of applause for our master ceremony for today's work? Thank you so much, Toastmaster Amira. I know it has been lots of effort behind the scene. You've been putting so much to present yourself in the best way possible. And I can tell you, it was really an amazing role as a master of ceremony. You nailed it. So thank you so much, Toastmaster Amira. Now, before I adjourn the meeting, we have our winners. And let me start with the best table topics for today. Any guesses? Drum rolls, drum rolls. The best table topics commentator for today goes to none other than Toastmaster to be Ihab. Mabruk, mabruk. Well done, well done. Can we have photos, please? Our Vice President of Public Relations is not here. Well done, well done. All yours, well done. All right. The best evaluator for today is any guesses? I just have wasta, yani, the president wasta. So thank you so much, everyone.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And the best speaker for tonight.
We know it's not Ali, so go ahead.
We know it's not Ali. The heavenly guy. The best speaker for today is Toastmaster Samah. And the icebreaker, by the way. So 2-in-1. Well done. Well done. And with this, we have announced the winners. We are 8 minutes, 9 minutes behind the agenda, but we're still standing, still smiling, still laughing and enjoying ourselves. And that's what Bahrain Advanced Toastmasters is all about. Thank you so much for coming here today. Let's keep this momentum for many, many meetings to come. And let's have our guests as well coming here for many, many meetings to come. And before, since we have still 7 minutes, we would love to hear from our guests. So starting from Ihab. Anyone has one more mic for Ihab?
Yes.
So Ihab, how did you find our meeting today? Any room of improvement?
Thank you very much for the great experience. I enjoyed the meeting a lot. Maybe one small observation. Maybe I joined in the first meeting, I guess, of the I don't know what you call the term. This is why I think the first hour was a bit of formal process, but I enjoyed it. But I enjoyed more the second half of the session. But overall, I enjoyed my experience here. Inshallah, looking forward to go to the next step with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. That's my topic, Ihab.
Thank you. Maybe it is the fourth time for me to attend this club, and it is always encouraging to come again and again. That's why I made my mind and decided to join the club officially. Yeah. Thank you very much. I second what Mr. Ihab said, that the first session was formalities, and it is new for us. Maybe we were lucky that we are here to see also these formalities. And but the second session was the true things that we are here to see, to hear or stand for. As I said before, there was something strong holding me back to speak up in front of audience. But today I kick off my journey and started to say something in front of you. At least I think I am lucky. Thank you very much.
We are lucky to have you here. Thank you so much, Abdul Zahra. And maybe, see, it's very dangerous to convince part of your family to be in Toastmaster because they hate Toastmasters, I know. But since she is here, how did you find our meeting as a subcommittee also for the Sergeant Arms? She was given a task to switch off and on the overhead projector.
First, for that part, it was kind of an exercise, which I don't mind. And I found it amusing. I'm interested. Maybe more to come, but we don't.
Welcome, well done, and welcome.
Thank you so much, Mariam, for being here today. Inshallah, yes, she's still 17. One more year, and inshallah, she will become a Toastmaster. Who knows? Yes, yes. With this, I would like to adjourn our amazing meeting for today. Thank you so much for being here. And let's have a group photo. Thank you so much for our online members as well. DTM Farhaz, Toastmaster Rula, Toastmaster Amira. We would love to have you here for the group photo, yeah. So pretend that you are happy. Can we have maybe chairs here? Hey, chairs وش اسمه؟ تعالي مريم بنحط هني كراسي. I'm not sure how will this look like, but let's see. يعطيك العافية.
Change my background to red and white Bahrain background.
Oh, okay. Nice background. Ladies, please. Hey, we need to have Gabla. Yeah. Let's try. Let's try and see. حياكم ladies. ما تبين صورة؟ زين you take the photo عاد. عايش رنا. انزين يلا. Hey, حياكم ladies, be seated. But they will not be visible, brother. The online members won't be visible. Yeah. موجود. Okay, خلاص. They are covered there. She will take the laptop. Nice one, Rana.
Where is Sarah?
I'm not sure.
This chair is empty. Someone should be here.
يعني it cannot be empty chair. Come on.
تعال حياك.
Farooq will take the picture.
ايه بلا شوي.
We are purpose. إذا ممكن استاذ.
ايه حياك رحم الله والديك. ما قصر. This small act of leadership. ايه ان شاء الله.
وقتنا اوكي رنا.
Thank you ladies for hiding out.
We look tall. Oh, it's done.
Haris.
Did you say Aris?
Haris.
مبروك بعد شكرا.
زين تعالوا ويانا.
Selfie? You can take selfie.
حياك رنا. حاني يبني كرسي. تعالي هني. أكيد؟
أنا بصير بشيل نشاز.
Yeah, he's a fisherman member.
She's هي حين بيصير إن شاء الله.
Say kick off, everybody.
1, 2, kick off.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, our online members, for being here until this.
Bye.
يعطيكم العافية. Thank you so much. Stay safe. Stay safe, everyone.
Yeah, you guys also stay safe. Take care. Assalamu alaikum. And Toastmaster of the day. Well done, madam. Toastmaster
Thank
Amira.
Yeah,
you
well done,
so
Amira. Well
much.
done.
MashaAllah.
Great job, mashallah. Great job.
Thank you. ترى أنا استحيت.
You did very well.
Thank you. Yeah.
مع السلامة everybody.
السلام everyone. مع السلامة. مع السلامة brother.